Tonight on Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, rapper Heavy D, actor Michael Rappaport, performance artist Karen Finley, and white trash author Jim Goad. And now, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher.
Controversial editor of Answer Me and the author of the Redneck Manifesto, America's Scapegoats, How We Got That Way and Why We're Not Going to Take It Anymore, Jim Goad. Hey, Jim, how are you? Nice to see you. He's an actor whose films include Metro, Copland, and Mighty Effort.
Justice won't be achieved until Bill goes Hanukkah. Then America will relax.
How do you know they did it? He went me. I've had an affair with Bill. Do you think the reason why?
Your ratings just...
You said something interesting about how the president is liked because you said he smokes weed. Right.
I've been trying all week to picture Nixon getting a and I just can't come up with anything.
From what view?
That sweaty lip, you know.
Yeah. Now, you are a scary-looking redneck. Let me... In these polls that came out, it said that poor people of low income, were much more sympathetic to Clinton's problems and what he does because they said, you know, in their lives, you know, maybe you grew up in a small one-room shack where you heard your parents making love in the next bed. Or, you know, I can't move in with her because I love her, but I don't have a place yet. I mean, because people on that level are much more understanding of human needs.
Uh-huh.
They identify with that one-eyed Arkansas trouser snake, I think.
Well, I think that everyone. I think the idea of just having sex.
Why so relatable is that? Even if you don't do it, you're thinking about it. Someone is thinking about it. That's the truth.
That's true.
You know, part of a struggle in a marriage is...
Okay, now, Bill Clinton, his nickname is Bubba, and he's from Arkansas, and people say his neck is red. You've got the Redneck Manifesto. How about this idea that rednecks, white trash, whatever you want to call it, are like the last ethnic group that you can take pot shots at? Everybody else is very sensitive, but...
No, the Democrat Carville's very racially sensitive, but he said about Paula Jones, drag $100 to a trailer park, and you never know what you'll find. He said the thing about...
Yes, he did.
If he said the same thing about the projects, he'd be out of office.
You're right.
Right.
You know, that's because some people are standing up. Like, you need some rednecks to stand up and say, hey, enough. That's it. We're not taking this no more.
Yeah, you talk about the projects, black this, black that, you can get your ass kicked. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. What's the word? What's the buzzword?
Which one?
We were talking about earlier. What's the buzzword? The key word.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, so you say, you know, you can't, you could, for some reason, you can make jokes of this and you get a sitcom, blah, 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 blah. You can't do that stuff.
Like, what you need to do is get a gang together with some bats and chains and then march to the White House and
burn down.
Hillbilly Crips.
I think that it just is sort of like getting everything even. Is that the idea that for just, you know, thousands of years that there's been jokes at ethnic groups' expense, that it just is good to have revenge and to get even of making fun of white people.
No,
and I'm for that.
Poor people,
and I'm for that. I think it's
they're much poorer than the people making the jokes. According to PC rules, they're oppressed. You live in a trailer park, you're in a worse socioeconomic condition than people making redneck jokes.
Yeah, but they don't even have an excuse that it was because of racism.
Sure.
They're just living in a trailer.
No, it's classism.
Right.
It's classism.
That is true.
It's what?
Classism.
But this is America. It's a classless society. You can always move up.
Society.
It is by your choice. No, we have classes, but there's no barriers to them. It's not the caste
Do you think
system.
everyone can rise to a trailer park?
Yes.
According to your own ability. If you want to get out of a trailer park, you can.
Some people have risen from the projects.
Exactly.
Not all of them.
And I think that...
I would change your haircut, but, you know...
Stereotypically, too, I think that people look at many times as that white trash, or what people have been the people that have had the prejudices against so many of the ethnic groups.
No, because
the
lower class, they've been pitted against blacks for jobs for hundreds of years.
Well, that's true. You could say even with
blacks and rednecks have more in common with each other than anybody on this panel does with either group.
Well,
but they're all lower class.
It's all like sex. We've come back.
How you say blacks and rednecks?
Economically, they have more in common.
But all blacks aren't poor.
No.
That's...
Well, no, most blacks.
Most blacks are not poor.
Most
blacks are in the middle class.
And I don't know about most.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not denying that, but I don't know about most.
Maybe I got all the stats.
But if you say so, but what I'm saying is like if you say, like, I don't understand that comment. I really don't. Like, it's poor is poor.
Right.
That's it.
There's no color
But
after
there's
that.
this perception that if you're white and poor, you deserve it. Which
Well, I
is
think
wrong.
that also I can't.
No, I didn't say you
But-
deserved it. I said you can't say, well, it's because of racism, because you are the majority race. I mean, when people who are white claim the same problems that the ethnic
These are people who, for thousands of years, were serfs. They came over as indentured servants, convict laborers.
Let's talk about now.
Oh, please, give me a break.
Well, I mean,
Serfs. We're talking about Robin Hood's time.
no, in Russia,
This
there
is
were serfs up
America.
until
There's no
1900s.
relation.
I look at rednecks are being people that carry prejudice. That's my interpretation.
That's
so
all
many
they do. They get up in the morning and go around and do prejudice
I look
things.
at, and I
they have
think
no other
that
life
there is
besides
such a concern to trying to get rid of that prejudice that I think humor is a good way to deal with hate. And that's one reason why I think that humor is important. Of making
You may
fun of-
be a redneck if you have to take a commercial. All right, Jim, you mentioned dragging $100 through a trailer park. Monica was offered $2 million by Penthouse to pose.
For $2 million, I'd president.
Oh, God.
I think she should go